What's up you guys, Garrett here, and today's video is about what do you do when you save your first $1,000. Now, I know a lot of the people I know, including myself, when I had my first $1,000, I was younger, I would just blow it on shoes, clothing, going out, buying food, and just go crazy. And I would never actually take actionable steps to get ahead in life by investing money, making more money with the money I have. So the purpose of this video is once you have that first $1,000 saved up, what do you do with it? Now, most people's first reaction is to go to Google, I have $1,000 saved up, what do I do with it? Go to Dave Ramsey, what do I do with my $1,000? And the fact of the matter is a lot of the stuff on Google and on the internet, all these Forbes, Washington Post, they put out these articles just giving horrible advice. And most of the time, they're just trying to make money off you. So in this video, I want to show you guys what I've done in my actual young life experience that I've been able to grow with my first $1,000 and how you guys can do the same. It's pretty funny. I want to start this video with kind of a story that I actually did with my first $1,000 I had saved up after I, blew thousands of dollars before. I saved up $1,000. It was actually about $1,500. And I was working a job at FedEx as a package handler making $12.62 an hour. I had about $1,500, $1,000, I can't remember the exact number, saved up. And I was like, I want to start a side hustle. So I was Googling, researching on YouTube, what can I do to make money through side hustles? And that's when I came across selling books on Amazon. So I was like, you know what? Books are cheap, used books from the thrift store, 50 cents a dollar, $2. This is something I can actually do. So I took that money, got my Amazon account set up and running, and I started going out and buying used books and actually flipping them on Amazon for a profit. And the crazy thing is that's actually what I do full time now. I don't sell used books anymore, but full time, my business is selling on Amazon. So that first $1,000 I had saved up, I invested in a side hustle, an idea, something I saw, something I believed that I could actually do. And it started as a side hustle and it very quickly turned into a full-time business where I was actually able to quit that job and go work full-time selling on Amazon. So if you have $1,000 saved up, figure out small and cheap side hustles you can do. Maybe you want to start a t-shirt brand. Maybe you want to start making little products to sell online. Maybe you want to buy and sell. Whatever the case might be, there's tons of side hustles that you can start for $1,000. Maybe you want to do a lawn care business, spend that $1,000 on some marketing material, some flyers, different things like that. You might be able to invest in opportunities where, network marketing, which I'm not a big fan of, but some people make money with it. There's just tons of different ways that you can get into a side income with that $1,000. And this is by far the greatest way I've been able to grow money fast. Investing is great and all that stuff, but investing is more for the long term. And when you have $1,000, it's very important that you're doing things that are compounding your money quickly. So if you've always wanted to start a business, a side hustle, take that first $1,000, believe in yourself. Again, you're taking a risk, but worst case is you fail, you lose $1,000 and you learn something from it, right? You gain knowledge, you gain skill sets that you did in that endeavor that can potentially make you money in the future, right? Don't always look at it as a negative if you fail at something, right? I've failed multiple times in my life trying different businesses, network marketing, investing money in this, trying to start that when I was broke. And all the skill sets I learned from trying and failing, trying and learning, really built up to the knowledge I have today to where I can go into different industries and kind of navigate them better and make more money a lot quicker just because I have that knowledge base that I built by trying and failing, and then trying and finally succeeding. Now, the next thing you can do is start investing in long-term retirement accounts. Now, when I was young, my dad always preached to me, the sooner you start investing, it doesn't matter if it's $100 a month, $200 a month. The sooner you can start, the more money you're gonna have for retirement. So when I was about probably 19, I might have even been 18, I'm not quite sure. My dad took me to the bank, took me to his financial advisor, sat me down. We put $1,000 to start a Roth IRA account. And I started investing $100 per month thereafter. So the initial $1,000 got my account open and they automatically withdraw $100 from my bank account every single month. That gets put into this Roth IRA that just keeps growing every single year. It's not growing extremely fast. I'm not getting rich overnight, but when you're consistently adding money to that pile, pairing it with compound interest, stuff starts to grow pretty quickly. Now, the great thing about a Roth IRA too is there's a lot of tax benefits when you go to take your money out once you hit a certain age. I believe it's 65. It's tax-free, whereas other investment vehicles, you can get taxed pretty heavily. As well, with Roth IRA, you have to make sure that you're going to be in it for the long haul. You don't want to take that money out, 10 years from now before you hit that retirement age, because you're going to get penalized very heavily for it. So if this is something you want to do, investing in the future, something like a Roth IRA, make sure that $1,000 you're ready to get rid of and not see it for years and decades to come, because the fact of the matter is it's not going to be worth it for you unless you're in it for the long term. Now, there's other things. Again, 401ks. Maybe you're at an employer that will price match whatever you're putting into your 401k up to a certain amount. So you might be able to start your 401k off with $1,000 and your employer is going to match that $1,000. So instantly you're going to double that $1,000 into $2,000, and then you can keep adding more money where your employer is going to keep matching it. And who knows, maybe you're a lifer at that company. 30 years from now, you just keep saving every month. Your employer's matching it. Some of them go up to 2%, 3% of your salary. Just depends what company you're at, but it's an instant way to make money on top of the money you're already putting in there, because if your employer offers it and you're not taking advantage of it, that's just money you're leaving on the table and wealth creation that you're leaving on the table. Now, there's also dividend stocks where you can invest in different companies like AT&T that will pay you a quarterly dividend. So they're paying you interest. Again, you're not gonna make, let's say you're making 7% a year. 7% of $1,000 is what, like $70 a year? So you're gonna be getting like maybe $20 a quarter. But if you keep adding, that first $1,000 gets you started, you keep building up your brokerage account, keep building up your portfolio, investing, learning about different dividend stocks, you can actually start to get some great passive income. $70 a year turns into $500 a year, turns into $1,000 per year. Next thing you know, 10 years from now, you have $1,000 a month coming in passively. So it's something definitely for the long term, but it's definitely a good topic and a good thing to educate yourself on for investing for the long term. Now, there's also ETFs, mutual funds, there's bonds, there's so many different kind of stock market products that you can invest in. My advice to you is do a ton of research or just consult with a financial advisor, and they'll be able to most of them will meet with you for free, break down all these different investment vehicles, investment products, because there's probably thousands, tens of thousands of different stock market products that you can actually buy as investments. So definitely consult or just do very, very deep research before you go about actually investing in some of these products. Now, the next thing you can do with that $1,000 is just put it away for a safety savings account, right? In life, so many things can pop up, right? Your car tire goes flat. Maybe I just chipped my tooth, so I'm going in on Tuesday to the dentist to get this tooth fixed, and I don't have dental insurance because I'm self-employed. So odds are it's probably going to cost me, $500, $1,000 to get this tooth fixed. So just little things like that. Maybe you get laid off from your job and you want to have that month, 2-month cushion of paying bills to where you can find a new job. So really putting that $1,000 away can have that nice little safety net for emergencies. I do recommend, if you have that $1,000 in a savings account for a safety net, keep adding to it monthly. Whatever you can contribute to that account, it will come in handy eventually, especially if you don't make that much money. Having that safety net can just take off a ton of stress. You won't have to put money on credit cards, go into further debt to meet these kind of needs that are just happening in everyday life. Definitely don't stop with that $1,000 with this savings account. Put the $1,000 in there. Don't touch it unless it's for emergencies. And every month, try to dedicate a little bit of your income to that safety net so you can just sleep better at night. Now, the next thing that can really, really benefit you guys by, with that first $1,000 is trying to find if you have any debt to pay off, credit card debt. Maybe you have delinquent payments from a gym membership or something like that. Paying off your debt not only will get you out of debt and out of these high interest rate situations, right? Credit cards have interest rates of up to like 16, 20%. which is absolutely insane. So get that stuff paid off, because that's gonna make you more money in the future, or actually save you more money, is by paying off your debts that have high interest. Because if you invest that $1,000, you're only gonna be making, let's say 7% a year, right? Whereas a credit card, if you're getting charged 16% interest, you wanna get that paid off before you go trying to make 7%, right? So get that debt paid off. And a great thing about paying off debt is it increases your credit, right? Once you get your debt figured out and you can start building up that credit, that increases your opportunities in life so much more. You can finally get credit to buy a house, maybe credit to fund a side hustle. Getting your credit score up by just simply paying off debt and not having these big, enormous credit card bills, and paying your credit card on time can open so many doors for you. And I'm also pretty sure, I haven't had a job in God knows how long, but I'm pretty sure a lot of employers kind of check your credit to see kind of how you operate as a human being. So not saying it will provide more opportunities in the workplace, but just having a higher credit score in general can just, again, open a lot more opportunities for you. And the last thing to do with this $1,000 you have saved up is just educate yourself, learn new skills, make yourself more valuable to the marketplace to where you can earn more money. Now, this might be getting a real estate license. I recently got my real estate license a little over a year ago, right? It costs $400 to go to real estate school. You have to pay different brokerage fees, pay different things. So let's say you're $1,000 all in. I paid that $1,000 to get licensed as a real estate agent. I don't do it full time. I just kind of use it for friends, family, personal use. But I just actually closed my first real estate deal and got a commission check for $11,600. So that $1,000 I invested in getting my license turned in already to $11,600. And I have a friend that works at this company, right? He's just a yard worker, right? And if he just invested money in getting a CDL license, he could instantly increase his weekly income from $750 per week to $1,400 just by getting that CDL license, increasing his education, increasing his skill sets, increasing his qualifications. So if you're in a field of work where you can go to different classes, get different certifications, whatever the case might be, that small investment of $1,000 over a lifetime of your career can make a significant difference. And again, when you only have $1,000, it sucks at the time when you're kind of investing that $1,000 and not seeing an instant return on it. But you have to think long term, a year from now, 2 years from now. What's that $1,000 going to be doing for you? Is it going to be buying you a pair of shoes that are already worn out, some Gucci, some Louis Vuitton wallets, purse maybe? Whatever it is, that's not going to benefit you 5 years from now. So always investing in your knowledge, your skill sets, your certifications that you can market to the marketplace to make yourself more valuable and make your income potential greater is definitely a win-win in the end. And that all compounds. If you're making more money, you can save more money and you can earn more compound interest, and the whole thing starts to repeat itself. So definitely don't be afraid to invest in your education, in your skill sets, in different qualifications. Guys, that's pretty much it. I didn't want to go kind of off track to what my experience has been so far in life. I wanted to give you guys what's worked for me, right? I'm only 23 years old. And all of these things I've mentioned in this video are things I've done. So I'm not just telling you something I read off the internet. I'm not telling you something I've seen on a YouTube video. These are all things I'm doing in my life that have taken me from, again, making that $12.62 an hour at FedEx as a package handler, working like crazy, to starting to build some wealth for the future, increasing my income, increasing my skill sets, and increasing my value in the whole business world, in the whole marketplace, to where I can increase my income, save more money, invest more money, and in the end, just build more wealth. If you enjoy these type of videos here on my channel, I make videos about finance, e-commerce, business, just things of that nature. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every single time I upload. And don't forget to smash that like button. It would greatly help my video get pushed out there, and I would just highly, highly appreciate it. That's gonna wrap it up for this one, and I'll see you on the next one.